So here's something different. We're at Sheep Game. Well, no, we're at Fed by Farmers HQ today. Look at the state of this guy.
Just back from America. I'm one of the locals now.
Come on, show them your thing. Show them what you just showed me. Don't pull it as far down. Look at that. Oh, hernia operation. So we're doing podcast.
No jokes today in the podcast. I can't laugh.
No jokes today. Can't laugh.
Just the same as every other day.
Just the same. Look, here's behind the scenes. Look, I love this, by the way. This is really cool. Where did you get that? Did you make it?
I was made that.
I was just about to say, like, no, I'm not taking the piss, but it looks, now I see it, it looks slightly homemade. How good is that? Al's cousins is like, he's like,
I know he does all this.
you would literally be nothing without Al's cousins. Like, look, Al's cousins. Look at this.
He's
like,
made the both of us.
Yeah, he has, hasn't he? Here's Fiona the Sheep Game. Look at that. Fiona the Sheep Game, Fiona the Sheep. Look, rescuing Fiona. That is so cool as well, isn't it? Where can they find you?
The Sheep Game are fed by farmers for this podcast.
He's moaning about everybody. He's moaning about everybody put their heat on too much. You're like an old man. That's what old men do, though.
Well, I quite right. I respect my elders. They know a lot about the world.
Look, she even got me the right cup. Look at that. Whoa. This is the person who actually does all the proper work.
Mr. Graeme Parker, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. Live studio audience here. We have a live studio audience.
Yeah, that's it. There's definitely a couple of bits that are too detailed,
I
but
can bring it up in conversation.
yeah.
It's like, oh, what's with that? Well,
we're gonna get this back. He died sort of 10 or 12 years before 9/11 happened. It was,
she's like, Doctor, it can't be that.
it can't be that.
Like, I
there must
appreciate
be
you
something
trying,
else.
but you've not got it yet. And speaking of, when are you going to start taking the medication?
Yeah, fairly soon.
I can't wait for the new year.
It's about 9:15 right now, Sunday evening. We've got a problem. Diet has been going phenomenally well, doing really, really well. But my mother-in-law bought me these, and I've just sat and filled my face with it. Because I'm tired and I need energy, but I've also been filling my face with it for the last 3 or 4 days. I'm working on this right now. Graeme is getting his operation, hopefully on Wednesday, but he's been off since last Thursday. Which means as well, trimming obviously I'm full-time editing as well, which is taken out of me, to be honest. I was doing the podcast today as well. And I need to get a few videos ahead because we've got the Alan Titchmarsh show coming up. What's that? Paint or something, great. And then we're away on holiday for the kids' his holiday thing. And then we're doing some stuff in London. So I'm not going to be here for 10 days. Which means I need to have this all organised. Otherwise you will be annoyed. You won't be annoyed, but I need to stick to the schedule. If I don't stick to a schedule, then my life pretty much falls apart. What is up with my beard drying out? Itchy. So yeah, editing. Well, editing and eating, obviously. It's a later start this morning. I used to do this when I was a kid, like rub my nose really hard and it would make this funny noise, and now I can barely touch it, otherwise it really hurts. But yeah, it's a later start this morning because our first farm cancelled because we've got vet and cows going away and things. So we're not starting until 9:30 this morning. Which is why we've got Kitty Winkles wearing unironed school clothes. What's that you got? Morning, Kia. Morning, Mrs. HGP. She's in a rush, she's all flustered because I probably slept in for too long because I'm not starting till later, and that is probably about her off her timing, which is probably a bit unfair. Typical Campbell. Either it's closed on back to front or buttoned up wrong. So it is Tuesday. Yesterday we were trimming at Mark's farm with the cow with that massively overgrown foot, the little heifer actually. And today we have already trimmed 33 cows and we've got about 35 cows to do at farm number 2, which is where we are right now. We've got a busy, well I've got a busy week, in fact everybody's got a busy week ahead of us. Look, so these are robot cows, look, she is self-milking. No. Like that is like healthy as hell.
I still want it.
Why not? I mean I like warm milk in my Weetabix. What was that?
No good, white stuff dripping for your chin now.
You'd know all about that. So she's doing that because she's been waiting for us to come and trim her right now. So as soon as she's finished being trimmed, she'll go down into this pen and into the robots to get milk. Because it's a bit of strain. Obviously the belly band as well puts a little bit of strain on their udders. So that also puts some milk. Look, this is her here. Look, there's no milk coming out now. This week is busy for all of us. We are going down to film the Alan Titchmarsh show to film a cow for his show Love Your Weekend, and we're doing that tomorrow. So tonight we've got to make sure everything is ready and toasty and looking perfect. We will be triply prepared. Craig's even got the pickup looking pretty sharp, haven't you?
Yeah, well, it was a team effort, me and Kev.
Team effort. Craig and Kevin are going to drive the pickup down with the crush on behind, and myself, Ashley and the boys are going to go in the other pickup, because straight after that we're going on holiday actually, which you will see later on in this video. We're going to Dubai, only because we need to work in London as well when we get back from Dubai. So we thought, well, we'll take a holiday while we're down there rather than drive all the way back up to Scotland then all the way back down. It makes more sense. Cow's feet on this farm are pretty good. In fact, they're really good. I'm gonna get less than 101 here.
Was no really a need for me to take any length off there because they're perfect. Or height, really.
So why did you?
Camera's on me and I feel like I need to. I know I
I
shouldn't.
get what you mean, they're the most difficult ones to trim. So he's done that because he's felt slightly nervous because the camera's on. But look, he's also not actually taken anything off.
No.
So he's not compromised in any way. It's just be more confident.
It was because I explained the situation of how I was going to trim it, and then I thought, should I go through the routine?
I get you. You didn't take anything off though. Looks beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That's just a little bit.
Yeah, those little cracks don't matter.
There's not even a point, but yeah.
See how it's wider on this side as well. He's taking that wider out because it needs more relief than this one. Lovely. We're going down to Hampshire and we're all going to stay in a Premier Inn, not together. What name are you booked into the hotel under, Craig?
Mr. Craig Botwood.
No, it's not.
Yes.
It's Mrs. Craig Botwood. Yours truly was the one booking the hotels, and I might have clicked Mrs. Craig Botwood and Mrs. Kevin McElriff, so that they've got a little bit of explaining to do when they get there. They're just so well contained in that crush. They really, really are. It's a dream to have it. A real, real dream to have it. So the boys are, tomorrow, we're going to go down to Alan Titchmarsh Show, like I said. And we're only trimming one cow. We're only trimming 1 foot on one cow, actually. It's more of a demonstration as opposed to needing to trim her feet. But it did make sure that the cow in question does have slightly overgrown feet, so that we've got something to show people and there's a point in trimming her. But the whole exercise is to display to the general public, much like yourselves, the need for hoof trimming cows' feet, and the fact that the fact that farmers really do care and look after their cows constantly, every single day of the year. So yeah, it should be really interesting. I'll find it quite interesting just seeing behind the scenes of a TV show, because that's completely new for me. It can be a real struggle to get the cows up the race sometimes. Obviously this is a confined area, and if you were a cow you wouldn't want to go in there either. Take some persuasion sometimes, and then they'll stop halfway up because they see something, which creates a queue and a traffic jam like this. You have to move them all down individually. Come on, girls, move up. Come on. Come on, move up, move up. And let's be honest, it's not nice being trapped in behind gates, is it? But you need to confine them so that we can get the girlies into the crush safely. Because if we did it any other way, it wouldn't be safe and we wouldn't get them in to trim their feet. So yes, sometimes it doesn't look fantastic that they're behind gates and in little races, but it's really important that we use facilities like this to look after them to the best of our abilities in as safe a way as possible. Because on this channel and on the other channel, the main channel, we've all seen that things can and do go wrong with cows fairly regular. Would you say many things go wrong when you work with cows?
Some days are better than others.
There speaks the voice of experience. So every cow's foot here so far is pretty good, but this one, I wouldn't have known she was lame, but Kev says she was knuckling over, which basically means like when she walks, her ankle kind of clicks over because it's so sore. And we found this little spot here. Actually, that wasn't there when I started talking to you. There was just a little mark, and now there's a little bit of fluid there. Yep.
fairly obvious what the problem is now then, isn't it? Just get that block on straight away, so we do. Give it every chance of staying on. No matter what glue you use, that's what you should do anyway. Because I can see through the hoof, look. Oh look, you see that fluid? Is that picking it up, Craig?
Yeah,
Look.
just in the top there.
Yeah, you can see it all moving around underneath, look at that. Right, we're gonna try and strip off the top layers of hoof horn here. I can tell you right now, it's gonna be really difficult to separate these layers without drawing you know what. But we do need to get rid of the detached stuff, otherwise it'll just stay in there, obviously. That hole will plug up with dirt and manure and it'll just get worse and worse. Coming away lovely. Well, you're probably spoken too soon now, haven't you? Cows are fantastic at hiding any sort of pain or any discomfort because they're herding animals and the weakest don't survive, sort of survival of the fittest. So it's ingrained within their genes, within their very being to hide literally any source of pain because otherwise they become prey creatures. They don't nowadays, obviously, but during evolution, any sign of pain was a weakness and they would be the ones that were picked off by predators. So cows are fantastic at hiding that sort of thing. Right, look, this is cleaned up really nicely, look. Quite happy with that. Just spray it down with iodine and we are going to wrap it because there's a bit of a prevalence of dermatitis here. So we'll wrap that and we'll move on to the next cow. So we're just back at home now. We've actually been here for about an hour cleaning the pickup. Sounds silly, but it needs to be absolutely spotless if we're going anywhere that's got cows or anything like that. It's always clean, but it needs to be as clean as it possibly can be. And again, the crush in the trailer is always clean as well, but it needs to be extra shiny clean. We cannot have dirt anywhere at all. Oh, my nose is so blocked. We're trying to remember absolutely everything. So even this is wood, in case the feet don't sit on the ground perfectly. We would go to farms that we know really well, and obviously there's not cameras. Well, there are cameras, but we can control what happens. So when you're doing a TV thing, everything needs to be like 1,000,000 times more thought about. So we've got two of absolutely everything. Everything's cleaner. We've got extra things. We've got tools in case anything breaks, which it won't. But all of that just for one cow's foot. About 6.5 hours drive for Kev. And that is the boys away. We'll have to try and catch them up at some point. Busy outside.
Well,
come in to find Mrs. HGP's destroyed the kitchen. How rude are you?
No.
Ashley's mummy. And my mummy's here as well.
Like she buys these and then puts them into the tins so it looks like she bought them.
So we're travelling down and we are in one car and they're in another one. And you would never guess whose card they've got. Would you, Kev?
Whose card have we got?
Is that for a week, is it?
No, that's just for the next 3 hours.
Is that large?
It was a meal deal.
It better have been a meal deal.
One bite.
Literally been standing here for half an hour waiting on them.
We were seeing Winchester.
And is it nice?
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of narrow streets.
Lots of narrow streets and happy bus drivers and...
A few wing mirrors missing, but... okay.
Well, everybody's got two wing mirrors anyway. It's overkill. It's 11 PM at night. Those boys have had a really, really long drive. I feel for them. I don't mind me obviously driving that far, but when it's people who work for me, it's a lot to ask, it really is. Luckily, they've reserved this for us, I think, which is kind of them. The menu sign.
Okay, you were watching his back.
You're the one that went over it.
Did you hear it smash? I already signed you in with your reg.
Have you?
Mrs. Kevin McElrath. You're gonna stay at that, like. Smashed to smithereens. I'm only joking, it's just a piece of wood. Yes, I forgot a razor and I'm going to be on TV and I look terrible. So I had to go to Tesco's and get one. It's called Make and Do. So sleeping is done, breakfast is done, shaving is done. Now we're just travelling to Manor Farm, which is where Love Your Weekend with Alan Titchmarsh is. I must have said that like a million times. Anyway, that's where it's filmed. So we're headed there for 9 o'clock. We're only going to be 4 minutes late, which for us is fairly good. The filming thing doesn't look like it's going to take that long. So I'm hoping we can be out of there by lunchtime so the boys can be on their way back up to Scotland to Trimcow's Feet tomorrow. I don't want them in the pickup for any longer than they absolutely need to be. They are right behind us now, desperate to get there. So we are here at Manor Farm. I'll too quiet because they're actually filming just now. There's Craigie boy. I'm slightly worried that we'll get stuck when we go in the field, but hopefully not. Chickens everywhere.
Very, very delicate. And as sweet as like
They are filming over there right now. I don't want to destroy their trees, so Craig is lifting them up out of the way. Yeah, keep going.
Keep going, Kev.
About 2 meters-ish between the front and
Fence.
the fence.
No problem.
Handle on the other
Stop! I'm only bothered about your trees, I'm not bothered about my stuff. Exactly. Yeah, on you go. Try to see if it's sinky. I am literally intrigued by absolutely everything, and the process of producing a programme like this really intrigues me. I needed to show the production team exactly what we were going to be doing and where they should best be able to catch the action from, whilst Craig was meeting the beautiful little Charlie cow called Mia.
So has the cow got a name?
yeah, Mia.
Mia. That's funny because Graham's dog's name's Mia.
Once that was done, there was more deliberating to be done and mics to make sure we're in position. This was when I first met Alan, and I've got to say, what an incredibly nice and genuine guy. He is exactly as you see on the television. Fantastically kind and easy to talk to. Then there was the small matter of trying to get Mia to stand still to get her picture taken. Something which wasn't particularly easy.
Coming to you then, 80, in 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2.
We've had some surprising things on this show.
Nice and quiet, thank you. Real deal now, Graham, real deal.
And just like that, the pressure was well and truly on. Except it wasn't, because as I just mentioned, Alan is genuinely a very easy person to talk to. He seemed to show genuine interest, and even when it came to putting Mia into the crush, something I was apprehensive about, it went swimmingly. She walked straight in. I couldn't have asked for a better patient. Although as you can see, her front feet definitely did need a little tickle with the grinder. All that was required for the demonstration though was her back right foot. So we got that in the air and had a little chat, crack and a laugh with Alan. It's fantastic meeting new people, and although cameras are there, I still felt completely at ease because he was so genuinely interested. Come on then, Craig, how did it go?
It went really well. I just
Yeah.
hope you think my footage is really good.
Yeah, me too. Mia the cow is expertly, like she behaved fantastically. And this is Harriet. Harriet is looking after. Sorry, I'm just doing a little. And Mia, she was really well behaved. Stress over. Lovely. How nice was Alan, Kev?
Really nice.
Really nice guy.
Down to earth.
Enjoy that, Craig.
Yeah, I enjoyed it very much so. Even got a coffee out of it.
How good will it be if we can even get back out the field?
Boy's got
Kind of want him to get stuck now, I'm not going to lie. Although I kind of sort of obviously didn't want to get him stuck either. And with that, our little trip down to Hampshire to the Alan Titchmarsh show was over. We are in Dubai. We've never been here before. We're here just for 6 days. Enough a long way to come for 6 days, but we're hoping the kids will absolutely love it. And there's a waterfall with flames in it. This hotel is just insane. Yes, I'm from the country, but I have never come across anywhere like Dubai. This place was absolutely incredible. Just look outside at the view from our dinner table. Although our dinner guests were a little on the strange side. Wonder Boy with his weird eating habits strikes again. Fussy as you wouldn't believe, eating crab legs. And apparently he skipped what, Campbell?
Leg day, he should have more meat in it.
And a trip downtown to the Burj Khalifa and the Burj Khalifa fountain was just unbelievable. Those jets of water are going around 6 or 7 stories high. It literally sounded like thunder. Epic. If that wasn't incredible enough, wait till you see the desserts. And yes, we were restrained and actually didn't eat any of them at all. Until, of course, we did. These were the most incredible cakes I've ever come across in my life, and I was not going to miss out on them for one little tiny second, neither were the kids. Dubai is an epically beautiful place, and every person that we met there was incredibly friendly. The weather wasn't too bad either.
Love ya.
On the last day, we decided to take it easy, to take a walk on the wild side. This is the Empty Quarter, a vast Arabian desert. It's absolutely beautiful. It's home to the royal family, and its only other inhabitants are wild antelope and gazelle. This place is incredibly beautiful, and actually had much more life about it than I ever would have imagined. This is myself and Ashley's dream, spending time alone with our kids, with no one else really around apart from the guides who answered our every single weird and wonderful question. Campbell investigated the dunes while Keir took a load off and just chilled out. He's growing up now and he's less inquisitive than Campbell is. Just look at this place. Its vastness, its emptiness is absolutely stunning. After an hour or two, we jumped back into the car and ventured deeper into the desert, where we passed vast sand dunes and people on camelback, camels that we would later be riding ourselves on the way to a desert oasis, and a night of spectacular entertainment. What a way to finish an incredible vacation.
And just like that, we are back in southwest Scotland, and actually genuinely glad to be here. We've been driving though for the past 6 or 7 hours between yesterday and today, and we are nearly home. What a week. Alan Titchmarsh, Dubai, the meetings, everything. Graeme is in a bit of a state, obviously. The boys have had a good week at work, and it has been incredibly tiring. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Behind the Hoof.